Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop.
So first up, a weird story here. The Office and Hot Tub Time Machine star Craig Robinson recently announced on Instagram that he's officially quitting comedy in a series of 2 videos. On the first video, he said, just want you to hear it from me. I'm quitting comedy, but not for nothing. It's been an amazing run, and y'all been amazing and wonderful, but I'm following something bigger. So, thank you so much. I love you. And stay tuned. And then in a second video, he said, big shout out to all my small business owners. And he follows up by saying, hey guys, got any advice for me while I'm trying to get my business afloat?
Yeah, I'm very intrigued by this because clearly there's going to be some business plan, some new business is getting laid out for us. I'm curious that, I mean, the guy's always had musical talent. Is this going to be rolled into like, we're bridging the gap between these things somehow, or are these just completely unrelated? Like,
that's what I'm not sure,
barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to sell then I'm going to do
which people do,
right?
Which is fine, but they don't quit their day job. And the weird thing is, because when he does go on tour and whatnot as a comedy stand-up, which I've seen twice or so, it's music based. But the fact that he's saying I'm quitting comedy and not quitting acting seems a little weird to me.
Yeah.
When he's primarily known as a comedy actor,
which is funny because I feel like I come across some of those people who are like, "Oh yeah, I love the Office, love the Office." Wait a minute, Daryl's a comedian. I'm like, well, yeah,
right.
Actually, that's how he got there in the first place. Mm-hmm. But it's funny where it's the introduction, and like you said, it's a Hot Tub Time Machine. Introduction for a lot of people is just his acting career,
right?
And then
he's done so much more too.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, I hope we'll find out soon what's going on with the businesses and whatnot. Like, he's going to be doing a bunch of press junkets over the next few weeks because he has The Bad Guys 2 coming out, which he has a voice in. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more peek behind the scenes on that.
I hope it's a super classy sweat towel. I would like a really plush Craig Robinson sweat towel. That would be cool.
That's a smart move. He's known for his sweat towels, even though nowadays he's slimmed down a whole lot. So it's like, does he still need them? People still sweat when they're skinny.
I was about to say, I said that was always been my problem. Even at my thinnest, I just sweat like a freaking, I don't know, a sweaty person. So I'd still appreciate it. Hopefully,
right.
But best of luck, Craig. I know you're watching right now, so we look forward to your business venture.
Right. All right. Up next, I have a little bit of streaming news, some TV. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is getting a spin-off series. The original movie's producer's nephew, Paul Zentes, was recently on the CK Cafe podcast, and he said, just now I've signed an agreement with Ken Kesey, widow, to develop a TV series which will make through the point of view of the chief from the first season. Following the first season, we'll see what happens to the chief after he escapes from the psychiatry hospital. And it's like, okay. And I gotta apologize. I'm reading quotes here, and I shouldn't because I suck at reading. I'm literate as hell. Sorry, people.
It's a random little tidbit about this movie. The original film was filmed in Oregon. My grandfather was the warden of the Oregon State Penitentiary System at the time, so the production, he actually got to talk to the production company while they were organizing the filming of those scenes, and the state psychiatric ward in the city of Salem, Oregon, where they did that entrance scene when he walks in first getting checked in and he's like deliberately being all crazy. That is the actual entryway to it was on, God, correct me if I'm wrong, those who know the area, is at Market Street or Capitol. That and he's like, he got to see Jack Nicholson, and
nice,
a little bit of the production going on, but he was a busy guy, so
that's exciting though.
Just knew it occurred, and he had to talk to him at one point, and for them to get permission. But
nice.
Salem is not that close to the coast, by the way. It is not.
I'm not gonna lie.
20-minute drive to the boat.
I mean, everything's quick in movies, man. Reality, fuck no. Now, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Never read the book, never saw the movie. How do you feel about this? It sounds like you've seen the movie. Would this be interesting?
I thoroughly enjoy the movie, but I don't know. It's one of those the capsule that is the film. Kind of, it's impressive and heartbreaking at the same time, and I'm worried you're gonna slowly lose that feeling. What was that? What's his name that did American Horror Story? He had that series that was very much, it was constantly compared to One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Because it's Ratchet. It's
the Ratchet series.
It's literally the lead up to what am I saying? So the series Ratchet, like I feel like we've kind of done it a little bit. So
I guess the different change in perspective I suppose.
Yes. And something that's less like fantastical in presentation than Ratchet was, a little more grounded, and because the movie doesn't have any of that, other than when it's trying to represent Jack Nicholson's feigning of his mental state versus him meeting the people who really need to be there. And I'd highly recommend watching it now. It is. I remember.
You think it holds up?
Film. I from what I recall, I think I need to give it a watch again. But the last several times I've seen it, I've just kept coming back with a stronger response to not only the performances but just the writing and the tone of the film itself. And
nice.
I think it is kind of an American classic. And
now I know they spoofed it a million times. Didn't they spoof it on Sunny or something like
that's
that?
The episode of Sunny is great.
Thinking.
The last the music you hear at the end is the music that was kind of more or less used in the film, and
because that's how Danny DeVito in it or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays one of the what is it? He's eating checkers or something in a scene. Like there's several known actors at the time who play some of the patients. That Chief. I'm like, that's like, I guess that is what they called him. It's not
now is that the Jack Nicholson character?
Chief? No, it's a very large, tall Native American man that he just doesn't learn his name. He just doesn't talk. Hey, Chief, why don't you? And he just it's so totally wrong. Like he's
the character doesn't talk at all, or
I don't think he speaks till the
that
end.
Could be an interesting premise for a show. I think, like maybe his point of view and whatnot, and seeing him just take in the world around him.
Without spoiling the end, because you said this takes place after.
Yeah. That's where it's going to end up. Yeah.
There's definitely things that happen at the end of the film. I'm very curious how it would impact him on a personal level. Maybe that's enough to inspire him to start speaking again, or maybe he's just genuinely mute. I don't recall. Then again, that could be a reference from the book that I've never read the book. So
fair enough.
I highly recommend the film, and that's an intriguing setup for a series.
Hey, you know what? I'll take your advice. Maybe I'll check it out if it's streaming somewhere, and if the show happens, definitely worth checking out. It sounds like.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we're sticking to the realm of TV series and movies colliding. On episode 217, we announced that Mel Brooks is coming back to do Spaceballs 2, but even hotter news is he's bringing back the Young Frankenstein character, and the folks behind What We Do in the Shadows are producing a younger Frankenstein show based at FX, and one of the producers will be Taika Waititi. And I know you didn't really watch What We Do in the Shadows, but it took liberties from a really fun and funny movie and created this zany, fun world and new characters. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Young Frankenstein was boring, and then I let time go by, and I recently tried watching it a few years ago, and I'm like, maybe I'm wrong, but I was bored as shit watching it. I like the cast, I like the people behind it, but I'm intrigued to see this.
You're not gonna get exactly. I think especially the film itself trying to represent the talkie era, we're just coming out of the silent film era is kind of what we're spoofing. Is how I always kind of took the original Young Frankenstein. But like you said, Taika Waititi totally gets the dark gothic comedy aspect of it, taking a show that originally was, I guess that's Dark Shadows, but like drawing inspiration from what used to be a soap opera back in the day that then was kind of spoofed in a movie that was then became this, I think he totally gets the source of what they're aiming for, what the audience is expecting to seeing at the time, and why not deliver on something like this? It's funny. I think this is kind of an awesome collaboration of elements here. Get it while you can.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Mel, fucking cash those checks, dude.
Just turned 99 recently, so you live it up. Now, do you think with this happening, like we're getting Spaceballs too, we're getting this. Do you think he's just trying to relive the glory or cement his name and find a new fan base before he passes? What do you think's going on with this choice?
Maybe a little more the second. It's just like, hey guys, just don't forget, I did these things, which it's just funny because I think there's a lot of us who are like, well, I will never forget. We grew up in that era of absolutely. We saw some of your best work growing up. And then
now,
I
what do you
really
think?
His truly best was before we were born, but
do you think we might get more stuff like maybe in History of the World he redid as part 2 as a TV series with Nicole and others running that?
That's
now,
right.
do you think we might get like another Robin Hood Men in Tights or maybe something like a Ballsy Blazing Saddles series? Or what do you think?
To be honest, if I secretly kind of hope if they were to do Blazing Saddles again, they need to go as fucking hard, if not harder, than the original did, or it won't work. If you pull punches, it will not land, and it will come off the wrong way. So,
and that's the thing. Even back then, it was risky, but it was 100%. A different time. But everyone nowadays is like, oh, you can't do comedy. You can't do hard comedy. And I think if they were to go and do this and prove there's a market for it, people aren't just snowflakes. They want to see something funny as long as it's tastefully done. I think that could be pretty big for the genre and do a comedy renaissance if they were to do something like that.
Yeah, it would be nice. It would be refreshing to I want that shocking punch of comedy that's not just trying to offend, but do it like the original Blazing Saddles did. It presents it in a way that makes fun of the thing that either the hateful people or the fact that we're trying to tiptoe around something that just exists in this world.
Right?
Like intolerance is at an all-time high. Maybe just acknowledging, look, all of this sucks, right?
Yeah.
And laughing at it, I think we could all get behind.
And he can satire so much right now in the current political and economic standpoint. Like, it's only gotten worse since that movie came out 30, 40 years ago.
I would agree.
Like, there's so much they could do right now with poking satire at that. Like, I'm kind of surprised that we haven't got another Team America in this kind of world that we're living in currently.
Because the big studios don't want to touch it. I think that's really the problem. The creatives, I'm sure, are coming up with these things, and I'm sure there's audience members that were willing to see it. But it's because stand-up comedians aren't afraid of these things, so there is an audience for it. It's the big money doesn't want to back risky comedy. And I'm sure there's a better way of classifying it, but it's like, I just miss this, no, let's make fun of the racist fuck who's sinking in the quicksand. And the running gag is out. Now he doesn't realize, nope, you're neck deep in it now.
Which now that I'm saying that, I do go back and think to a year or two ago, I want to say, we did get Michael Jai White's rendition of A Blazing Saddles with the legend of the outlaw Johnny Black, which is kind of like that. So if you're looking for something like that, fantastic film. It's not the world's best, but it has that sort of flair and style to it, which is fun.
And it's Michael Jai White kicking ass, so
I'll watch
always him do entertaining. Yeah,
I can't. Yeah. Anywho, moving on. A couple of episodes ago, we talked about the fact that they're making a live-action Bratz movie, and now it looks like Kim Kardashian is being eyed to star in this.
Oh, thank God!
Yeah,
first choice.
The world is getting what they need.
That's finally. I can. Oh, okay. I don't have to hold my breath anymore. It's finally happening. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I
think Bratz were teenagers.
Oh no, Brat! It's funny. I remember Bratz being a thing of when they were coming out. My mom was just telling my sisters, "You're not getting those things.
They were too risky.
Yeah,
too sexualized.
Risque. Yeah. I'm like, what? It's like I totally get that. There have been other toys that have gotten in even more trouble for a lot of those very same things, which I have to agree with. A few of them, they got pretty fucked up.
Sure. But it's an interesting take here because
the age group has aged up enough.
Crazy fan bases, and I feel like they'll go and support anything. So this could be a smart move to get asses in the seats. But is the talent there? I don't know. I haven't seen her in any of these shows and stuff that she's done.
Didn't
but
she
people
do?
Say she's okay.
Speaking of American Horror Story, she did that last season of it. I
and she's done other Ryan Murphy shows as well, I suppose. Since then,
and the fan base I know is there because I've seen people my age walking around in Bratz t-shirts I'm like, I don't know if it's just ironic or if you just were actually into it back in the day. You forget how fucking old the whole franchise is.
True. Early 2000s, I want to say, right?
Yeah, so it's almost, I'd say 20 years. And it's fucking, that feels kind of gross to say that out loud. Holy shit, these things are 20 years old. I feel like that sounds about right. But yeah, you know what? I can't imagine a better casting. Makes total sense.
Yeah.
Plastic meets plastic.
So I'm wondering who else is going to fill up this cast. Like now they're setting the bar at Kim Kardashian. Where do you go in that world? Do you bring in other Kardashians? Do you bring in other influencer type people? Is that true?
No, it's about the tone. It's about the embodying just this like
whatever
a Bratz doll. Yeah, like
we are brats.
Oh man.
Well, time will tell what happens with that, but I'm sure we'll have more stories coming in the next couple of weeks. I can't wait to find out what's going on in the world of brats. But
my seat.
Comedy superstar Tom Segura and I guess podcast superstar Tom Segura recently had a Netflix series called Bad Thoughts that got renewed. People are loving it. And he's finally gotten a chance at starring in his own movie. He's going to be starring in an R-rated comedy called El Tigre, which is about him, his character Jeff, and his friends. They head down to Mexico for a weekend. And they discover that Jeff is a dead ringer for an infamous cartel leader who's gone missing. Well, after being captured by rival cartel members, Jeff has to pretend to be El Tigre to get him and his friends out of the situation and home. So this sounds like we could be getting a ballsy comedy movie like we're just talking about.
It also sounds eerily familiar to his buddy's action comedy movie featuring a certain Luke Skywalker.
The Machine?
Yeah. But I got to be honest, I like Tom Segura's comedy more. So,
it's funny.
It's like that alone, I'm like, okay.
I'm the inverse of that. Like, I tried watching Tom Segura's comedy after I got into listening to The Machine's shit and liking his comedy. But I feel like I don't like the style of Tom Segura, but I see the appeal in it. And he sells out all these big audience stand-up shows. Why not give him some movies?
I think it's his storytelling format and just his pacing of a very flat response to his opinion of the situation. And my favorite bit to this day is still his favorite episode of Scared Straight. Bikes. Val and I quote that all the fucking time. just see a bikes, and we got to do it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm intrigued. Even though we made that comparison, I'm like, I genuinely like the guy.
I'm all for specials, comedians getting to get their time in the the spotlight.
Yeah,
and like I said, people loved his sketch comedy or whatnot show that he had on Netflix. So, the iron's hot. Strike it, get it. Why not?
Absolutely.
And speaking of the iron's hot, Dave Bautista is finally living his wildest dreams, and he is gonna star in a rom-com titled The Romantic. And it follows a best-selling romance author named Francine London. But Francine's secret is she's actually a 6'4" mountain of a man named Ed Schwinke. When Ed's identity comes under scrutiny, he hires a wild card of a woman to pose as Francine at a romance fiction convention, while evading a cynical female journalist who hates romance even more than she hates liars.
Was there a teaser for this a while back?
I don't think there was.
So familiar.
But I want to say it kind of reminds me of the movie starring Sandra Bullock.
Oh, right.
Brad Pitt and Channing Tatum, The Lost City of Z, slightly.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. But damn, this sounds especially the Dave Bautista part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And that's the thing, he's physically given up all that muscle because he said he wants to do more than just be a menacing badass. And he's been saying for years he wants to star in a rom-com. And
he is a talented actor.
Can pull it off.
After
watching him
fully agree
in The Last Showgirl, I feel like he could pull it off.
Oh, and instead, a tragic character too, because that was such a great, especially that scene where they're trying to have dinner together, and she's just being so awkward, and he's just trying to get through it and make it. He just wants to have a nice time because he clearly still loves her. he still is curious about what happened to his daughter. Like it's. But he's
like just a giant sweetheart.
Oh my god, that was so great. I fully back that. I hope he gets to meet all of those acting thresholds he's trying to find. That's great guy.
I'm kind of intrigued to see who they're going to cast as like the actor playing his character is his writer and the actor playing the critic. Like to get two powerful female actresses opposed to him, it's like maybe he'll get to be the straight guy and they'll get to be the more zany characters. It's like, who do you get? Like a Melissa McCarthy type or maybe a Jamie Lee Curtis type? I don't know.
Critic.
Yeah, twist it up.
Critic, and then you have.
But she can do good dramas. She has done a couple. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That'd be a nice twist on the story. I'm really intrigued to see how this pans out. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah. All right, and something that we talked about a few episodes back was the casting of Street Fighter, and now they've added so many people to the cast. We have Andrew Koji as Ryu, Noah Centineo as Ken, Kalina Lang as Chun-Li, David Desmalchin as M. Bison, Cody Rhodes as Guile, Jason Momoa as Blanca, Andrew Schroll as Dan Hibiki, Roman Reigns as Akuma, Orville Peck as Vega, and 50 Cent as Barlog. It looks like they're going for people that embody and almost look like these people. Like I can buy most of these people.
Oh yeah, I was excited to hear both M. Bison and Akuma. Roman Reigns already looks like a fucking Street Fighter character. And the guy, he's such a. I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but I've seen bits of him in WWE, and the guy has such a ring presence. It totally makes sense. He's the next, he's going down this lane, and then come on, 50 Cent. I love that he's getting back into it. He's like, I'm already working out. These showing photos of him training, so because he's got to sell this larger than life American boxer that I mean, you think about it, guy going from dominating the world of boxing to underground street fighting around the world, and he's competing with people who can shoot fucking energy beams out of his hands. Insane. So you got to really lay it all on the table. So I'm excited. It sounds like this is going to be a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching the Mortal Kombat movie. This sounds like it should be a fun time too. So. And
I like M. Bison, the thought of Del Smulchin. He doesn't necessarily come to mind, but I think he can pull it off. I'm a little upset. They were reporting a few weeks ago that Walter Goggins was in talks, but it sounds like he couldn't get the money he wanted. I think that could have been really fun. But Del Smulchin,
as M. Bison though,
I don't know.
Interesting, but our guy
Desmalchin's a little more. He reminds me of
a menacing presence. He has the air about him. I think you just got to put him in the hat and the cape and the pauldrons. We're there. I could see it. He could just be a faster, quicker, the Luigi version versus the Mario of M. Bison.
There we go.
If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm excited. I hope this is a big screen, and don't short us on a streamer.
Don't just drop it on a streamer. Yeah, this needs to be experienced on the biggest, loudest screen, and just action and gore.
I want to see the colors. I want to see just crazy combos. It's got to be, and the locations.
Oh, true.
Oh man, we got to see some classics here. So bring it on.
Yeah, you can bring it. I mean, right now, video game movies are having their renaissance and actually quality. So this could be good in the right hands. I'm sad that we're not getting the duo behind Talk to Me and Bring Her Back, because they're fantastic filmmakers, but the fact that they walked away and said, no, we want to do something original, I respect that. So I'm intrigued to see how this all comes together. Yeah. But moving on. Speaking of fights, Roadhouse director is following up the Roadhouse franchise by doing a big screen remake of the beloved Stephen King novel, The Stand. Now, I know they had back, I want to say the 80s or 90s, a TV series version of The Stand, and a limited series came out back in, I want to say 2019 on Paramount Plus, but I don't think we've ever seen a big screen version. Have you read this? I know it's like a post-apocalyptic?
Sadly, I literally own a copy of it. I can see it on my bookshelf right now. I've started it multiple times, but I was always at a bad
It's a biggie,
time.
isn't it?
Yeah, and there's many versions. So that's the thing, is Stephen King has re-released the book several times with a lot of chapters he's edited out. And some people argue, like, this edition's good, but it's too short. This edition's good, but he's added way too much. Or like, this one sucks because he added everything back in. And it's like, it makes sense why he cut this and that out. Same thing. I have the original miniseries on DVD that Rob Lowe stars in. I've watched the first episode multiple times, but it's hard to get, like, it just was hard to come back and maintain watching the whole thing.
And it's a very rich, in-depth story too. And I was so excited for the Paramount Plus one, but never got to it.
Yeah. This is another one that it is actually, a lot of the story points were used as inspiration for a lot of the various Fallout game quest lines and things. I know Fallout New Vegas actually follows a lot of the plot of this book. Just the basic, and then Fallout 3 and New Vegas. But the inspiration here, it's incredible too. I've the setup for it is fantastic. I do like this kind of apocalypse story where it's the de-evolution of society and like what we always come back to, and it's these same elements. But didn't it also kind of span from like a pandemic type thing? So it's like fresh in everyone's mind at this point. It was a variation of the flu virus, a mutation of the flu virus that started the initial like killing off of a bulk of the Earth's population, and it devolves into crazy religions and the remnants of society and the military trying to start their own thing.
That's always a good thing to do.
I'm curious because it's widely regarded as it's one of the higher ranked of Stephen King's books, but every time it gets adapted, and the fans of the book say they're terrible because you're missing XYZ elements that made the book shine. So I'm curious, what are you going to pull for a film? Because every time they've attempted it previously, it's been a series because there's so much going on and it's so rich.
Now, I'm wondering if they're going to go ahead and do like the Harry Potter or the Dune type or Wicked type thing, and split it into multiple movies and not call it a trilogy, but more part 1, part 2, part 3 or whatnot.
Yeah. Like you get to the end of the first one and you're like, wait a minute, this is only like the first 6 chapters. And you're like, part 2 coming soon. He's like, fuck you.
Piss everyone off in the cinema.
But I'll be there.
So, all right. So since you have a little bit of a baseline, do you feel like Doug Liman, the director behind Swingers and The Bourne Identity and Edge of Tomorrow, do you think he'd be a good fit for this franchise or movie?
I could kind of see that because I loved Edge of Tomorrow. That is a great perspective on a post-apocalyptic sort of world. This one bends this one's nothing like that. So I like that although we can kind of live in a similar genre, the basis for it is completely different, and it's coming from a wildly different perspective. A lot of religious iconic elements and people looking to other things for their, faith again, and or lack of, or it's the inverse. You don't turn to those things. That's what led us down this path kind of mentality. And I'm excited for this, for another shot at this. And if we get enough of an audience behind it, it does well enough. Folks, I definitely, this is one I would definitely love to review for you guys.
Hell yeah. So speaking of things that people are looking forward to, Matt Reeves and Mattson Tomlin have finally handed in a draft of the Batman 2 to James Gunn, Peter Safran, and DC Studios. A lot of people were afraid this wasn't going to happen, but they've made a whole to-do about it. How do you feel about this? Do you think the time has passed for the Batman 2? Do you think we need it? Yeah,
I was here for it. I loved the Batman. I thought that was although we've had a lot of Batman films in the last 20 years, that one offered us such a fresh take on a character that didn't need to be carried by other movies anymore. And then
it was nice one and done.
Followed up with an incredible fucking series that also stood so well, even though it existed within that universe, it still stood up so well on its own. I'm ready for more of that. The cast was fantastic. The direction was fantastic. Yeah, I don't mind. Take your time, make it right.
Yeah,
right. I'm all here for it. I don't care if it takes that long.
Now, the interesting thing is we don't fully know if this is our first draft or the draft that needs to be ready to go into production. Right. like it could be bad, and they're like, oh no, we're gonna sit back. Maybe we're not gonna make it. But I feel like the fact that they're toting that this is done in a big way could be a good sign that maybe we're gonna get that momentum that we've been waiting for. Like you said, don't rush it. Take your time.
Yeah.
And something good can come from it, hopefully.
I would firmly believe Robert Pattinson will be more than ready to put on the cowl again. And
yes,
that is a Batman I want to see again.
And sure. I'm sorry, my mind was blown. Spoiler alert, the movie came out 4 or 5 years ago. The fact that Gotham City was flooded and they got to start from anew, it could be interesting seeing that. I don't know. I haven't watched the Penguin, if that factors into the show, but I'd be intrigued to see how that factors into this next movie.
It does in a pretty significant way. So that's why you can't deny because although you never see Batman, he's Batman.
Referenced though.
He's
right?
never talked about, or he is talked about like in the news, and it comes up in conversation once in a while. But because of what's going on, it's like this is why we have this avenue over here. Like everyone's way too distracted looking at all the damage, the flooding, all the crap that's going on over there.
Take advantage.
I can take advantage. I can capitalize here.
Nice.
And I think that's why that worked so well, because he's not the big bad. He's running the fucking middle of the road street gang, and that's why it was so fucking cool, because you got to actually see the Penguin rise up. This just like why I think the Batman worked so well. He's not already at the top of his game. He's still trying to figure out how to do it. He can't even balance both lives yet, you know? Where I think in
the let's say like Batman Begins. We got to watch, he was already wealthy, he already had all the training, we're watching that.
Yeah.
But we really get to see the beginnings of what we know becomes one of the world's biggest superheroes, essentially.
Yes. It's like almost an animosity or resentment that Alfred's giving him, because it's like, look, I raised you, kid. I can't let you fucking die, but I get you got to do this. I understand your motivation, but damn it, you know, I like that they're working up to this the rhythm and the pattern that Bruce is going to commit to, and bring it on.
our like you mentioned, our Alfred in this universe, isn't it Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis, yes.
You can't ask for a better Alfred. I feel like almost all the Alfreds on film have been fantastic. But I feel like Serkis is young enough to grow old into the role if they keep going for many years.
You're right. Name a bad Alfred. You can't. Trick question. You can't. They're all great.
True.
Let
us know in the comments how you feel about that.
Oh yeah. Like there isn't. I don't think there was ever a bad Alfred. Michael Caine was awesome.
Fantastic.
I was Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. in the animated series. Fucking loved his voice in that portrayal. Yeah. My God. Yeah. Even the original. I love the in the 90s Batman films. I can't think of the actor's name now.
That guy.
My favorite quote of just Mr. Grayson took the car. The Rolls Royce? No, the other car. And we kept zooming in on his face until he's just getting angrier and angrier. So great. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't know. Favorite DC hero there. So
fair enough. Well, you know who I want to see? And someone asked James Gunn about this recently, and he said there's no movement on it, but one that I would kill to see, Static Shock. I feel like we're reinventing the DC universe. Why not give us Static?
That would be cool. Yeah. I like that show too.
Yeah.
That was a fresh look at the kid superhero.
We have the Elseworlds going on. Why are we not getting Batman Beyond? Everyone wants.
Oh my God! Yes, I love that. That was I think the best follow up to the Batman animated series you could have.
Oh yeah,
Batman Beyond. Some of the other offshoot DC like Justice League ones were okay, but Batman Beyond was just killer from go.
You know, I still got to watch that Amazon Caped Crusader show. I haven't made it past that episode we saw back in Comic-Con. Oh shoot! Oh yeah. Did you watch all of it?
I didn't finish the series, but I got about halfway through. I would still recommend
pretty good.
It is yes. That's
on my list.
The feeling that we got in the first one is maintained through.
Now, what would you suggest? Should I watch that first or go to the Penguin?
Oh,
or just back to back them?
I mean, you could do them back to back. I don't think it matters which order because they're different enough in tone.
True.
And I don't like it doesn't hurt the brain, you know, going from one to the other. Penguin is it's great. It is very, I think, kind of very bingeable in that once the stone gets rolling, you kind of want to see what happens next. Cape Crusader is very episodic. So you can kind of parcel it out if you wanted to, and it makes me feel like I'm watching the original animated series.
That's just what I want. I crave
a more grown up. Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't a huge fan of Batman the Animated Series. I watched it, but now going back, I'm like, that was one of the finer. I could easily rewatch that series and be like, yeah, and pick up on so much more. It was more adult, more dark, more gritty than we got with other, like, let's say X-Men, which I love X-Men from the early 90s, but yeah, a little different.
And then we got more X-Men 97 coming.
Yeah, I have to finish that. So now I'm going to reiterate. I'm going to go to, after I finish Wu-Tang and American Saga, I'm going to go over to X-Men 97. Then I'll bounce over to maybe Penguin. Sorry. Anyways, we're here in news. All right. Another thing we talked about on episode 217, which my shit's out of order here, my slideshow. We talked about the top contenders for directors of the next 007 film. And since then, we have found out that Dune director Denis Villeneuve is coming on to do this. I don't know how this guy functions. He went from Dune 2 to Dune. Dune 2. He's working on Dune 3. Then he's going to jump right into James Bond. Wow.
So here's what it is.
Crazy.
He's got a swiveling director's chair and a full crew behind him shooting the other movie at the same time. Something. So he just turn, action, and turn, cut, and turn, action.
Why not just recycle the cast? Get Timmy Chalamet as fucking James Bond.
Old Timmy.
Get Javier Bardem back as a villain, maybe a different villain. Oh man, I don't know. How do you feel about this? Out of all the names we talked about, I'm still sad that we didn't get Edgar right, but I knew that was a long shot.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That was Edgar Wright would have been, but he's got his hat in a lot of rings now.
Speaking of which, have you watched? They dropped the trailer for Running Man. I haven't watched it yet because I'm waiting to record a trailer.
No, fuck.
Oh man,
I did. I'm a little. Well, you know what? It's kind of awesome. I hearing it for the first time while recording now. Damn it. Oh no, I know the first thing I'm going to do when we're done recording. I'm going to watch.
There you go. I've heard good things. Nobody said anything bad about the trailer. That's a good sign. I'm thinking
that is. I mean, I love some really schlocky Schwarzenegger, and Running Man is really high up there on the list for me. But it's one of those that, like, it's so ridiculous. I totally could see you getting it remade and applied to the current political climate, and why not? And it doesn't take anything away from the original.
Sure, that's gonna live out there.
Yeah, it's its own thing. So yeah, I'm excited to check out what's going on there.
Cool. All right, and also since we're on the new James Bond talk, there's a quote unquote a variety says Amazon's eyeing either Harris Dickinson, Jacob Elordi, or Tom Holland as their Bond, and a lot of people are saying that's bullshit. But I don't know if you had to look at any of these actors.
That's interesting. What's funny is I thought in the middle there that was Kit Harington for a second, but I guess is he too
it's
old?
Elordi with
or but like no, but
it would be kind of. Well,
that
that's
clearly seems to be what they're going for. They're going for.
Some people are saying that they're going for a younger Bond because that way you can keep him around for years to come and he can grow into the role.
They want to Sean Connery somebody. They want someone who can do 12. I get it. I mean, you can tell because Daniel Craig was such a fantastic choice.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't,
which at the time very controversial. Everyone was outraged that you have a giant blonde-haired man being James Bond,
blonde-haired, blue-eyed,
and he's one of everyone's favorites. Nobody has a bad thing to say about him.
No, agreed. So I like Tom Holland.
Me too.
That's who
man.
That's who I'd throw. That's probably the horse I'd back in this race.
I'm not glad. I haven't seen too much of these other guys.
First. Same here.
Yeah.
So that is where I'm basing a lot of that from. But
and a lot of people are also saying the co-star of F1, who was the other driver. I'm blanking on his name. A lot of people are throwing him in the ring, like that guy. He should be him. And I'm like, he was good in F1. I could see that. And a lot of people are saying Aaron Pierre from Rebel Ridge and upcoming Lanterns. I feel like a lot of people want to see him, but they're not sure if he's too old. But I feel like if Lanterns is a success, that's someone who they should definitely be considering.
He is definitely, he had that screen presence in Rebel Ridge. Oh my God, no, it's funny. As soon as you said that, I'm like, fuck, lightning strike right there. It's like, yeah, I could totally see him doing that. He knows how to carry it. He knows how to talk his way through the fight first, or at least try to, until the resistance is too much, and he's got to, result to his skills to get through the situation. Oh man, no, that would be a cool choice too. I totally get that. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, time will tell. I know there's going to be so much in the air, and what's funny, it probably won't be any of these guys. It's going to be someone else.
That's so true.
Entirely.
There'd be someone. I mean, that's the thing. Do you go with the name that you know? Most of the time, when they're doing James Bond, it's someone who's on the rise or someone who people don't fully know.
Yes, historically, it's someone like they're doing really well, like in the UK, or it's they've built up. They've been started in enough movies that the audience is like, oh yeah, well sure, I'll show up because they're in it, and then. Now they got to make half a dozen or more of these. Interesting. Now this is one. Like you said, this is the same kind of. I think it was a more contentious argument back when before Casino Royale came out of like, well, who the fuck is ever going to step into those shoes? Well, turns out there's very capable actors doing this. I'm still bummed that we didn't get a Idris Elba version of James Bond,
right?
Because I think
everyone was wanting it. It's like hell yeah. And then after watching him in a movie we're going to review later, I'm like, man, yes,
right?
He should.
What we could have had. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, speaking of something that we did have and that we might have again, it looks like James. Old James. Why am I saying James? Wow. Why am I?
His friends call him James.
Michael Bay. Sorry, I'm going to start over again, folks, because I'm all over the place. The Town's Matthew Bellany recently dropped some big news about Transformers by saying Michael Bay has approached the studio last year to come back as a hands-on producer and possibly direct a new Transformers movie. And apparently there's 5 different Transformer movies in development right now. We got a live action movie with Transformers 1 director Josh Cooley coming back and doing, even though they don't want him to do another animated one.
It's a sequel to 1?
No, I have a completely new one. Which
okay.
I loved 1 and people wanted to see a sequel, but he recently went on and was talking to someone who asked him, and he says he has a plan for it, but the studio hasn't greenlit it, so that doesn't sound promising.
Yeah.
Then we also have the possible G.I. Joe Transformers crossover, which was teased at the end of the last Transformers movie.
That's kind of the only one I'm here for.
Right? And it's like, and then there's a few other ones, but there's also been rumors that Michael Bay may come back for a giant movie that would take Shia and Megan Fox and, like you were just joking earlier, Transformers. Our good old Ben fucking, I am all over the place today. Sorry, folks. Mark Wahlberg. So I don't know. Would you be intrigued to see Michael Bay come back and do another Transformers movie if he brought back everyone from those original movies, or just let it be and move on to something new?
I couldn't care less. I didn't see the last 2, I think. And I remember like I was Val and I were having lunch at our favorite Mexican restaurant around the corner. And they just had one of the TVs on cable, and I finished up some movie that we did like. It was like, oh, that's kind of funny to listen to in the background. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this kid running around in rubble? And there's like, wait, oh my god, and then realized it was the beginning of a Transformers movie. I'm just like, that's can't. Funny. I can't anymore. After the last one I saw, I think was the third one. The first one without Megan Fox, I think was the last one I watched. And I was like, I'm not
gonna lie. They have gone downhill since then. But then there were some good ones. I didn't see the last Michael Bay one, and I was kind of intrigued by the premise. From like, I don't even care. But I will say the Bumblebee prequel they did, fantastic. The last one they did,
that one.
Yeah, that one was fun. The last one they did that kind of brought the Dinobots and whatnot, or the
the faux Beast Wars.
The Beast Wars one, that was okay. And that's the one that's supposed to lead into the G.I. Joe crossover, which they set up as a post-credit scene. But I feel like this is more of a cash grab. Michael Bay has tried doing other movies, like he did that Jake Gyllenhaal ambulance movie, and I want to say he did another flops. It's like, why not just go and make a classic movie like you did with Bad Boys, something unique, something your style, not just return to big fighting robots.
Yeah, no, but I like how you worded that. Something like Bad Boys. Don't do Bad Boys again, please, for the love of Christ. Yeah. But that tone, like what we used to remember when you said a Michael Bay movie,
it meant something.
Oh yeah, okay, I know. Okay, you explosions, sepia tones,
crazy camera angles,
attractive women in unnecessary garb for the scene, and then I guess the same can be said for a lot of the dudes too. Yeah, like
what they did with Anthony Anderson in the first movie. Oh, boner alert, folks.
Just big
blockbuster,
spectacles.
Throwback,
yes, exactly.
Summer movie,
popcorn movies. I call them popcorn movies. I want that again, but just don't make 7 of them. Okay, Mike?
Yeah.
Mikey? Can I call you Mikey?
Why not? He's not listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Well, yeah, I feel like we're in the same boat here. Just let Transformers be for a bit, folks.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. All right, here's some crazy big news. So since the early 2000s, there's been rumors about a live-action film adaptation of the astounding manga turned anime film Akira, whatever you want to pronounce it. I say Akira. And Warner Brothers has had the rights to this property for years. Various directors have been attached. Our last director attached was Taika Waititi. Leonardo DiCaprio has been in talks to produce it. And Warner Brothers recently lost the rights to it. And now it's kind of reverted back to the people who owned it in the first place. And now all the studios are making bids for it. And I'm kind of relieved. I feel like you can't do this movie right. Don't do it at all. The anime lives in a world of its own.
And it's still a masterpiece.
Yes. Like that's I went back and saw it, I want to say 2 years ago, when they re-released it as the world was opening up again. And it holds up beautifully.
This was one of the first movies I remember. It was in David Johnson's class. Val was so against, like, oh, I don't like anime. I don't like cartoons. I just don't like. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then went to his class where he was showing Akira on Blu-ray in the theater at school, and she's like, "Oh my god, that was really good." I'm like, yes! See, you can tell an animated story that is not meant for kids at all, and it can be profoundly impactful. This thing was gorgeous. This is one of the first times I remember watching a documentary on the making of a film that I was probably just as engrossed in how they made this movie as the film itself was. And it's still amazing. So with all that said, like you said, I agree with you. If you don't think you're going to do it right, don't force it out. Let it die. Or
because this took place in like Neo Tokyo.
Yeah.
And there's been talks that it was going to be like Neo New York or Manhattan. And it's like, no, fuck you. And we saw what happened with another classic anime, Ghost in the Shell. They made an American version of that. I walked out of the theater. I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? I'm good. And I never walked out of the theater.
Unfortunately, that also happened to, I didn't watch it, but a lot of people had a similar reaction to Cowboy Bebop when that was released on Netflix.
Yeah.
The live action version of that. Especially given the cast, I'm like, that seems like it should be good. But then on the flip side, you have One Piece that exploded and people loved it.
I put out like a little trailer reaction. They did a little snippet before the ta-das happened. And I'm like, I don't know if anybody's going to watch this. And so many fucking comments. People are like, they did this right. This anime is dead on. This live action is dead on. People love that show. I'm not a One Piece fan, but I'm happy that they were able to translate that well in real life.
If that was the fandom responds, then all right, there could be something. So and
it's funny. A couple of weeks ago, my brother was like, he sent me something online about Taika doing it, and he's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like, yeah, but Taika's actually says he wants to make it dead on like the manga, opposed to doing fucking something of his own or just following the anime. And he was excited, but I'm like, don't get your hopes up. This has been floating around for years, and then a couple weeks later, dead in the water. And as much as I love Taika, I don't think this property would have been right for him.
This one, I think, needs to be, like you said, no offense to him, but I think it needs to be a lot more serious. And there's the humor is way more tongue in cheek when it does happen, and it's
very dark.
Yeah,
it could be interesting.
Dark.
We were talking, Michael Bay could do an interesting thing here. I'm not saying he'd be a great fit, but his action, his style, his kind of kineticness could be interesting for something like that. But I still don't know. I don't know who would be a good director for
Jordan Peele.
Ooh, he has talked about wanting to do it, but that just, the man's in high demand. I don't know if that will ever happen.
Yeah, no, definitely. If I were to hear tomorrow this director was attached and it was Jordan Peele, I'd be like, okay, all fears gone.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it all because that man would not pay it disrespect.
True. And for you folks who don't know the anime or the manga, the fact that Leonardo DiCaprio is interested in producing it gotta say something about how big this is.
It is. I think it's definitely one of the most revered just anime stories. Period. There's a lot of there's all sorts of great stuff out there, and I'm not putting anything else down. I think this one just stands a little bit taller than a lot of other things because every decade you can go back, watch this again, and it's still a fucking fantastic film.
Oh yeah. And the visuals, like for the time that it was made in like the 80s, it's like, how? Wow, this is
nothing's going to beat that level of detail in the hand-drawn animation and the way they filmed it, because it wasn't just cells, but the moving frames, the moving panels. Like that was such an incredible feat, and I know other things have done it, but it just looked so gorgeous on the big screen. The way they accomplished it, the music. The music is powerful, or sometimes it's the lack of music in some scenes where it's just so unsettling, and it just, god damn that,
and it just gets darker and darker as it goes. It's it's something that's like, just re-release it every couple of years in theaters and let people just like learn to love it for what it is, or read the manga. I don't know, but time will tell. I'm happy that it didn't happen, sadly. That's what I'm going to say out of this.
I just want to see Tetsuo morph into a giant fucking mom. What's the live action version of that gonna be? Right? Oh my god, that's gonna be great.
Oh man,
it
could be good, but
right, yes.
It's very delicate. Speaking of very beloved, the South Korean movie Old Boy. There's rumors that Park Chan-wook's 2003 adrenaline-filled revenge movie Old Boy is currently supposedly in pre-production of a sequel. I don't know. Do you fuck with Old Boy? Do you know Old Boy?
It's one that I always meant to get to, and unfortunately I didn't, because I remember at the time Netflix was pushing. They were able to stream all three of them for a minute because the new one was coming out.
Old Boy is just one movie. One standalone film.
Lady,
I'm not sure. But this movie is fantastic. Like I recently resaw, I think it was like the 20th anniversary re-release, and it still holds up. Fantastic movie, dark, gritty, crazy twist. And I want to say 2009, 2010, I think Spike Lee made a remake with Josh Brolin and Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work. And this making a sequel for a movie like this that doesn't require a sequel is weird, and it makes no sense. It's like, why? Park Chan-wook has done so many other fantastic movies. Just keep doing original things. Like, I don't know if this needs.
I want to correct myself. So although the stories don't combine, it was meant to be a part of a Vengeance trilogy.
Oh, okay, yes.
So Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Lady Vengeance, Old Boy. The Old Boy was the first of his, but no, it's like saying Shaun of the Dead is in a trilogy. It's like
the Coronado trilogy, it's like anthology-ish.
Yes and no. They were made, probably created together in the mind of the creative at the time, the director. But it doesn't necessarily mean the stories are all sequential.
Yeah, interconnected. Which speaking
my
of,
mistake.
No, you're good. I apologize. I didn't think about that. It makes sense. Speaking of what you were saying about the Coronado trilogy, now that the Running Man is coming out and Mission Impossibles have stopped being made, supposedly, Simon Pegg has gone on to say that he and Edgar Wright are going to meet up and try to do something new. And of course, Nick Frost will try to work it in. Now he's Hagrid, so that's a time commitment. But they're talking about doing a fourth movie together. But it's not going to be exactly like the Coronado trilogy. It's going to be something different. I'm excited to see what they can do with it.
Yeah.
Something new. It's been so many years. They've all have become better filmmakers, better writers, better actors. Why not?
They've all sharpened the tools in every way. So yeah, it's like I'm with you. It doesn't necessarily need to fit into that specific niche. I just love how they work together. So
yeah,
bring it on. Hell yeah.
All right. Staying in the world of remakes and sequels, Jerry Bruckheimer recently told Rich Eisen that he's working on a sequel to his 1995 Navy drama Crimson Tide. The script's being written, and if it's up to snuff and good, Denzel wants to come back and reprise his role. I didn't see this because this isn't my type of movie, but I know this is something you like. How do you feel about that?
I haven't watched this in years, mainly because it hasn't crossed my path on the streamers in a while. I remember watching it way back, probably well before I could understand everything that was going on. So that's really intriguing, especially if Denzel's willing to come back for it. Depending, that's a lot of motivation right there. The guy kind of likes to pick and choose who he likes working with. And,
how do you feel? I don't know how things ended for Gene Hackman. Of course, he's not around. Do you think this can live without him? I assume probably.
I would assume so. That it would be a way to write around it, but depending on, like you said, I really don't remember enough of the movie to say whether but I do enjoy a submarine movie, so I am all about these types of movies coming back again.
And what sounds slightly promising, Jerry Bruckheimer says the writer-director who is developing it with them has actually been talking to the Navy and finding out what's going on in the world of underwater battle and whatnot. So it sounds like they're trying to make it authentic and realistic and not just shit happens.
No. It's one of those. It's one of those like over-examined kind of nerdy military history things of like, I enjoy reading about tank warfare and submarine warfare and battleship warfare because like it's so specific to the thing that you all kind of have to take it as the technology lets you. And it's incredible how much we've advanced in such a short period of time. I mean, there used to be Civil War had hand crank fucking submarines. Fast forward like so many years, and we've got it's incredible that they're traversing the oceans without being able to literally see where you're going. So the advancement again over this 2 decades, 3 since the last
something like that, probably 80s, 90s,
So to see that advancement on screen and see it represented, I would find that entertaining and I'd find that thrilling. It's funny, the other day I had Hunt for Red October on TV again, and I still don't get tired of that movie. It's fucking awesome.
Hey, if it works, it works. A good movie can stand the test of time and rewatchability.
Russian submarine commander. Sean Neal was in Jurassic Park.
Oh boy, watch out, Chris Walken. We got a new co-star coming to the show.
Yes, have you seen Jardage?
You
can see my junk.
Oh yeah, I bet. And you got a sweet ponytail.
Yes.
Oh, well, speaking of sequels, after killing it at the box office, it looks like Brad Pitt and Joseph Kosinski might come back and do a sequel to F1. Not only that, but there's talk that Pitt could reteam with his co-star from Interview with the Vampire, Tom Cruise, in it. And it could possibly somehow be a Days of Thunder crossover because they are working on Days of Thunder and this, but 2 different studios.
Wild. Okay.
But things do happen. I don't know. What do you think? Could this...
Has Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise done a movie together yet?
I guess they did Interview of the Vampire together.
Oh, yeah.
Years and years ago. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like when the press junkets happened, he said, "I'd love to do a movie with Tom Cruise again, but it has to be something that takes place on land and something that's not crazy action packed." And then the 2 were together, I think, at the London premiere of F1, and of course, Joseph directed F1 and the sequel to Top Gun. So it's like, all right, all these people kind of have this rapport, but do you think 2 separate studios would let these 2 characters in different universes collide? And then
do 2 separate studios want to make ass loads of money,
right? Do they want to change the game,
right?
But it's like such a tight rope. It's like, well, would they be opponents? Would they be on the same team? Who'd be the good guy? Who'd be the bad guy? Each has
from what I understand about the first one, or from F1, that he's he's crossing over from NASCAR into Formula One.
Yes,
it would be the same thing for Tom Cruise. Oh, if this old timer could do it, then maybe I could come back. True, right? I mean, boom, right there. There's your movie. Oh, that'd be cool. I do love a racing film that actually puts you at the tracks, takes you around the world and shows you the drama, and like I always think it's funny when people brush it off that it's so boring. I'm like, well, yeah, if you're not looking past the surface level of what you're looking at, then sure. But the drama is incredible in motorsports. Yeah, why not? I haven't even seen the first one. I'm excited to hear.
Well, we're going to talk about it in a couple of minutes. So,
by the way, I don't think it would be F2, as I believe that is a class lower. So you would rise up into F1. So that would be like losing your F1 license and going to the.
Well, let me tell you, Sonny Hayes doesn't play by any man's rules, man. The way they end the movie, it's a different type of racing he's supposed to be doing in the next one. So I don't know.
Really?
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's kind of cool.
Please, yeah.
Well, also staying in the realm of movies, killing it at the box office, Lilo and Stitch is one of the biggest movies this year.
Oh, yeah.
And to no one's surprise, Disney has announced they're in development of a second live-action Lilo and Stitch film. Why not? It makes sense. The writing's on the wall.
Oh, for sure. I think it's only natural. The story is already laid out there. There's between the films and the series that came after the original film that all had a following. It's just right there, right for the picking. So might as well get after it if you've already got the audience. And then this allows you to kind of wander off the path a little more, because you've already got people invested in something that's slightly different from the original, from what you said in our last episode.
Yeah.
So go for it. I mean, why not?
Heck yeah.
It is a classic. It is a modern Disney classic, I would say, but a great one nonetheless. So
1,000%. Well, staying in the realm of sequels again, Dennis. For years, Aaron Sorkin's been teasing it, but now he is finally signed the contracts. He is writing and directing The Social Network Part 2, but it's not exactly a straight up sequel. It's kind of a follow-up in the same world. It's going to be based upon a whole bunch of articles that the Wall Street Journal's put out called the Facebook Files. Okay. And it's going to be kind of exploring the inner workings of Facebook and the multiple harmful things that have come from it, and just the world at bay with Facebook, essentially, and touch base on January 6th and stuff like that. I don't know. How do you feel? I feel like this is a story that Zuckerberg has done a lot of weird things since then, but there's no word if it's going to be following straight up Zuckerberg. I don't know, but how do you feel about this?
I just want there to be a very meta scene of Justin Timberlake getting invited over to Mark Zuckerberg's place, slaughtering a goat, cooking him dinner from that goat he farmed. like just the irony of Zuckerberg trying to befriend Justin Timberlake in real life. If that gets shown in this movie, I would fucking love it.
That'd be pretty funny.
That's my only note.
Now, I honestly, I was so surprised at how much I enjoyed The Social Network. Another movie I feel like I can pop on whenever and still get intrigued. And the cast, fantastic. But I think the thing that made the movie special was Fincher's specific style. And Sorkin, he's done some movies. He did The Trial of the Chicago 7. He's done Molly's Game, which was fun. He also did, I want to say, The Ricardos, the movie about Lucille Ball and her husband. But nothing that he's done has screamed The Social Network. He wrote it, a fantastic script, but I feel like Fincher is the executionist that made it work so well. I don't know. What do you think? I think I lost Dennis. I don't know if I lost him or if I got a text here. It might be from him. Yeah, okay. Dennis has to pee, and I'm apparently supposed to stall. Sorry, folks. Yeah, sorry that this episode is going so long. It's just we found out that you can cut this all in post, please, Al. Sorry for the cough. But we realized we really enjoy talking about news, and we can both jump in and give our takes. So that's why it's going a little longer, and we meet up every 2 weeks. So we're trying to get so much in one episode. So this is like an oversized episode. Normally we don't run this long, but hopefully it's entertaining. And it's kind of difficult just looking at my fat ass and not seeing Dennis actually in video format, but it works because we can still hear him perfectly. So that's cool. I don't know. Our one viewer, are you just kind of leaving us on nicely, giving us a view? I assume. Yeah. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, no, gosh, I can't wait. We got some good movies we're talking about. We kind of teased it already. We're going to be, of course, reviewing F1. Dennis and I have a couple of movies that we're going to tag team together. We also teased Jurassic World Rebirth. Going to be talking about that too. Yeah, just a whole bunch of some newer movies. Next episode, we got Superman. That's a biggie. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. We'll find out in 2-3 weeks when we actually review it on this show. Wow, I suck at stalling right now. I don't know. Good times, bad times, all the times. What are you guys looking forward to? Let me know in the comments of this video if you're watching. What you're looking forward to seeing this summer? Anything? Have you seen anything good this summer? I know the summer has just kind of started recently, but there's been a lot of movies. There's some good things, some bad things. The whole world is in a frenzy right now, movie-wise. Big hits, small hits, flops. It's all out there. Oh, boy. Wow. I don't know what to talk about. It's weird. I have all this stuff written of what I'm going to talk about, but it's like I can't do it without Dennis. Rely too heavily on him. But, yeah. How do you guys feel about this news that we talked about so far? You guys like it, hate it? Anything that seems interesting? Anything we missed that you think we should talk about? Because we only have one more story left after this. So, yeah. Then we're going to get to the polls. God, we haven't even done polls yet. This is quite the mega episode here. Not mega like that bullshit. A mega supersized, overstuffed jumbo episode.
Yeah.
All right. Woo! I didn't realize you texted me until I'm like, maybe I lost Dennis.
Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry, folks.
You
sorry,
son
folks.
of a bitch.
Little bit of a technical difficulty that has now been corrected.
Don't call P technical difficulties.
It was quite technical. What was happening?
Okay.
No,
all right.
yeah, sorry, folks. I'm
grossed out by that. But yeah, what I was saying, I don't know when you left, but the interesting thing here is that Sorkin is going to be directing and writing, and he's only directed 3 movies. He did Molly's Game, fantastic movie about kind of underground gambling. He did The Trial of the Chicago 7, and he also did Being the Ricardos. None of those movies are kind of in the same zone as The Social Network, and I feel like what made The Social Network so special was David Fincher's unique view of shooting it in style. Yes, do you think Sorkin can kind of replicate that, or should it be something different than Sorkin's?
I think really one of the other factors from The Social Network, I think a lot of people passively enjoyed without realizing it, was also Trent Reznor's soundtrack. His scoring.
Oh yes, that was one of his. He won the
scores. Oscar. Yeah.
Like, that was fantastic.
It was so fucking good. I think it's the combination of all of those elements. So it's going to be pretty far from the mark. Now, could it still be something entertaining? Absolutely. He's made many other, all those films you listed off are all entertaining in their own right. But when you apply that name, The Social Network, the audience is going to have a certain expectation. Now, will the audience be able to adapt and understand this much time has passed, not just for the filmmaker, but for the story itself, that we were only telling the story up to a certain point anyways. So I'm curious to see how the palate of the audience would take that when you take away the other elements that were so critical to the success, I believe, of The Social Network itself.
I agree, yeah. But so I guess only time will tell on that. But I'm intrigued. I feel like it could be a fun story at least.
Oh yeah,
so much.
There's so much more that's happened, and it's still happening. So
yeah.
I mean,
it's always evolving.
This week you hear about this bastard getting to walk into highly classified White House meetings, and generals are looking around at each other like, "What the fuck is this nerd doing here?" Yeah, wild shit still happening.
True. All right. Well, we have one more story that kind of snowballs from this. Over the past couple of weeks, the New York is it the New York Times? Yeah, the New York Times had polled over 500 directors, actors, and film critics to compile the 100 best films of the 21st century so far. Have you looked into this yet? Have you read up on it?
I looked through a good amount of the list. Funny enough, I was intrigued by our old classmate Mike Gams. He did his own. After this article came out, he did his own. Top
I know
50.
A lot of people had, but I'm like, I'm not doing that. I do a podcast and talk about shows.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah,
and my taste is so far off. I can see Mike having some fun with
there was some
Sandler
fun
movies,
entries.
Kevin Smith movies.
But then there was a lot of a couple of art house things. That's
nice.
It's interesting to see when you got to fill 50 or 100 slots in this case.
Oh,
there's a lot of things I think that you're willing to put on the table that are look,
true.
Even if it's not conventionally excellent filmmaking, it's a bold look at telling a story in a unique way. There's a lot of factors I think that come up. It's always that as I'm sure you've come across it too when you're talking to someone about us doing the show and you're like, all right, well, what's your favorite movie this year? Or what was your favorite movie last year?
Dude, honestly, happens all the time. Yeah. Even if people don't know that I do one, they'll be like, oh, what do you like? What's good? I'm like, I don't know. The amount of movies I see, they're out of my head after I see them. After I shoot a little review, after we do the show, unless they're one of the best movies ever, I got to keep a list on my phone of all the movies I really dig. And it's like, hey, if you want to hear, please check out my podcast, check out my YouTube page. You can hear so many, people ask me, even today, my brother's like, oh, how was Ballerina? I'm like, this and that. I'm like, just fucking, I have these videos. Go out and watch it.
Right. No. I don't want to, I'm not going to give you clicks.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, no, I'm just saying.
No, I
put in effort. Well, I mean, I'm not singling you out.
Yeah.
I know you're there for it. You're here for us. But in general, when you come across those folks, it's just no, I'm saying that because I put in this amount of effort to explain to you then why I think you should or shouldn't, or no.
Yeah.
Let's rephrase that because that's not what we do here. Why I believe I enjoyed or didn't enjoy this film. And that informs your decision on whether or not you want to see it. And I think especially when there's 100 in the last 25 years, I mean, shit,
and
that covers a lot of ground.
And on this show, we've been doing, it's 5 years now. I essentially see 3 to 4 movies in theaters a week. And that's not even on top of all the streaming movies that go straight to streaming. So
do that math, folks.
So many fucking movies. It's hard to keep it all in the head. It's sorry. So I'm intrigued. I haven't actually looked at this list, but I do have the top 10 here. You mind mowing through it with me for a sec?
Oh, please.
All right.
Let's do it.
So just funnily enough, we're talking about it. Number 10, The Social Network. I feel like that makes sense.
Yep.
It's a good movie.
It had such a profound impact too. I know for a while it was one of my sister's favorite movies. That was, or at least it was up there. We'd rewatch it for fun.
Sure.
And it totally makes sense. It's like I said, it's the all the components together that make that movie so good. Between the cinematography, the score, the performances, the directing, all of it. When all the pieces work, that's what you get.
Yeah. All right, number 9. I hit a button and accidentally clicked something else. Number 9, we've been talking about classic animes. One of my favorite Miyazaki movies, which I've seen on the big screen multiple times, Spirited Away. You ever watch Spirited Away?
No, unfortunately, no. It was funny. I was just talking about the other day. It's you know what? I gotta catch up on Spirited Away and Howl's Flying Castle. I need to watch.
Oh, dude, that was the first anime I saw on the big screen. Howl's, because me and Nick went to Boston for a screening of Batman Begins before it came out. Didn't make it into that, and it's this anime is playing, and oh man, my love of seeing anime
the beginning of the end for you.
Yeah. Well, also, my first anime, we were just talking about Akira. When me and my brother were super young, we stood at my grandparents, my dad's parents' house. Don't really do that ever. But they brought us Blockbuster. Nick picked out Akira, and I'm like, what am I watching? My little brain's I couldn't comprehend the movie at the time.
Sure.
That was my earliest. Yeah. But Spirit, even Sarah's I'm willing to give those Ghibli movies a watch. And I'm like, I don't even know where to begin with people, but Spirited Away is one that's well worth it. It's rich characters, beautiful animation, definitely worth watching. If you folks have Max, it's on Max.
I will say, Toasty, to defend myself, it's not like I haven't seen any of them. Princess Mononoke was my first introduction.
That's another
that
fantastic
movie's still fucking fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
Just had to defend myself there, I feel like.
No. You don't have to defend yourself. Not everyone needs to see everything. But I mean, it doesn't hurt. All right. Number 8. I think you'll agree with me. We talked about this director earlier, how great he is. Get Out, Jordan Peele's film.
Oh my God, yes.
Hard to disagree with this.
Yep.
Took the world by storm.
Yeah.
Going from, is this comedy guy really going to make a horror movie?
Right.
And
we all had the same reaction too. And I love it. Just like, I don't know. And it was just, it's like you could tell that the tide was rolling in as people were seeing the film of like, fuck yeah. Oh my God, he can do this.
Yeah.
He fell through on Nope the other day. And I'm like, God damn it, I love this one too. There's a tone Jordan Peele has.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chord he strikes. He just gets filmmaking, and it's so impressive. Like you said,
now,
transition.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Get Out is the best, and he's been chasing that high for me. Right. Nope was okay, but I liked Us a little bit more than Nope. But I gotta rewatch them all. I bought Sarah the triple feature Blu-ray of them a couple of years ago, and I'm like, I gotta just sit down and read.
I think I need to
Get Out.
I'll
never say no to.
I gotta rewatch Us because I feel the same way. I feel the inverse. Nope, I liked more than Us initially.
Well, it's interesting. I saw Us twice in theaters, and each time I'm like, I don't really know. A little bored, but yeah, I got to rewatch that as well. But Get Out, I think, makes sense being on this list.
Oh, God. 100%. It's still it's going to go down as an American classic film.
Heck yes. Number 7. I don't fully agree, but I do know people love this movie a lot, and I agree it's on there. It's just not one of my tops. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh yeah, shit. There's another one. It's like I remember like in high school when I was feeling edgy, getting into. I was watching films. I'm watching films, not movies.
You're a connoisseur of good cinema.
That was one that was like, yeah, really.
I love the cast, but yeah, it just went over my head at the time, and I've never cared to fully try to give it.
It's funny. I think we're both the age. Maybe it is the time we try to hit it.
It makes sense.
Probably have a new appreciation.
It's just such a downer of a movie. I feel like
it is.
Why do I want to be drained? But it's like you have to every now and again.
It's one of those movies you gotta pad something else behind it to kind of bring you back up, just to make sure you level out the emotions before bed.
Yeah, for sure. All right, number 6, a movie that I loved. I saw when it came on DVD, but I've never gone back and rewatched. And I always say I'm gonna. No Country for Old Men. Fantastic movie.
My fucking God, that is. Yeah, I think that's probably a top 5 for me. It's one of those powerful films that it's just the raw storytelling is what gets you from beginning to end. There's no tricks, if there's any special effects, it's to like scrub something out of the fucking frame. There's nothing like
it's just down and gritty, like just everything about it. The performances, the writing, the directing, the acting, top notch. Deserves to be number 6.
And one of my favorite facts about it is the only thing you can't say is the music is great because you don't get any until the fucking credits roll. And I'll never forget sitting in the theater and a hitting of just, oh my God.
That's the effectiveness of not having music. When you have it, it hits and it has that, holy fuck, I've missed this. And it's perfect.
It's just ambient music is the only time, or contextual music. The mariachi band waking them up, just fucking guts bleeding out on that fountain in Mexico. Oh God, their faces just. Oh my God, it's just still that movie. Yeah. I watch it at least once a year. I
gotta find it and watch it again because I always say I'm gonna watch it and then it just slides by. But number 5, I'm ashamed to say, out of all the movies I see all the time, I didn't see this one, and I know people loved it. Won a bunch of awards. Moonlight. Barry Jenkins. It kind of tells the story of a young African American man from like boyhood to manhood, and I think it has LGBTQ plus things going on. Very art housey. Barry Jenkins, I think, did it.
Wow,
I heard good things. I should see it, but I just never came around to it.
I feel and I call myself a movie toaster.
There we go. Maybe this is something we're gonna seek out. The poster's ingrained in your head.
I remember
see it in my head.
Yes. Yep, I see the poster. That's a gorgeous poster.
Yeah, I do. And I hear it's a gorgeous film. Just wasn't for me, and I was like, I'll skip it. And nowadays, if it came on, I'd be like, I'm going to see it. I don't care to see everything. Yeah. All right. So that's number 5. All right. This one I have not seen. Came out in 2006. Looks like it could be some type of Asian movie. In the Mood for Love. I don't know anything about this one.
I haven't seen it. I remember hearing it. God, whose class was that?
Well, this is interesting here. When I Googled it, it says 2000, but in this article, they have it as 2016. So that's,
I think it got re-released internationally.
That would make sense. It's a Wong Kar-wai movie. Let's see, what's it about? 1962 journalist Chow Man-wan and his wife moved to Hong Kong apartments, but Chow's spouse is often away on business. Before long, the lonely Chow makes the acquaintance of an alluring Susan Lee, who owns a significant. I think I heard about this recently. They started like an emotional affair, whereas they think their spouses are having an affair with each other, but theirs is more of a beautiful friendship that blossoms.
And it's if anything, their bond is more the affair than what they're suspecting. Yeah. No, I definitely.
And it looks beautiful and stunning from the pictures I just saw.
Damn it!
This one I should add. I think
that was because we watched. They kept skipping through the movie, and I'm like, oh my god, we're missing such powerful moments. Like, I'm like, I get you're trying to show us specific things. Maybe it was cinematography. I don't. Maybe
that would make sense, I suppose.
Regardless, I do remember hearing about this one. It was intrigued by it, but at the time there wasn't a simple means of getting to watch it. So but now
I'm saying if out of 500 plus people say this deserves it, maybe it's worth a watch. This
maybe. For sure. Sure.
All right, now this is another one that was not for me and I skipped. It's a big awards movie that everyone loves. Number 3 clocks in to be There Will Be Blood.
Oh,
not for me. I'm not a big PTA guy.
That was one when it came out, I wasn't into that yet. I wasn't into those movies, and it wasn't like the streamers kind of kicked it around for a while, and then I just got married, and I'm with you in that I didn't see it. So I didn't. I can't have that.
I mean, I get they spoof it all the time. I drink your milkshake bullshit, and just not for me.
This is my boy. What have you done to me?
Yeah. All right, number 2, a movie I only saw recently a few years back that was like, no, not for me. Or maybe I'm thinking this is something else. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Mulholland Drive. Is that the one that what's his face did? What's his face that just died? David, what's his face? I don't know. I'm now looking it up. Okay. Yes. Yeah. It was kind of like,
David Lynch.
It then became a movie. Yeah. David Lynch. I couldn't think of his name. This movie is too weird, too zany, fantastic cast. I don't know. Just not for me, but I get the appeal and allure in it.
I'm kind of curious now after living here. Is it going to be, because I love period piece LA stuff. I love old Hollywood decor.
Well, this was like 90s Hollywood, I think. Yeah.
So it's.
I think that's why I watched. I'm like, I've heard so much. I got to check it out. And for me, I was like, this is too. I'm not a big Lynch fan personally. It's a little too much.
You got to. I feel like it's like we were saying before. Some films you just kind of have to be in the headspace for. And I think a lot of David Lynch things you just have to be in that headspace for coming into it. You got to be in that mood. But when you're in the right mood, it's a great ride. It's just it's sometimes in the mood for Tropic Thunder. So it's
I'm always in the mood for Tropic Thunder. Man, that brings us number 1, Tropic Thunder. I wish.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be great.
I mean, people love it. All right, number 1. All right, I can fuck with this. I've seen this multiple times in theaters. I own it on Blu-ray and I love it. Parasite.
Oh, wow.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah. I agree. That was one I couldn't believe, even when there wasn't dialogue occurring. Just
the visuals,
the tension that could keep building throughout that whole film was so great. It's really too bad that I know recent films he hasn't been getting quite the accolades he used to.
But I feel like they've been good. I feel like Mickey 17 didn't get the respect it deserves.
Yeah.
And now it's on Max. Hopefully, I'm hoping people actually.
I got that in the queue. That's high up on the queue.
I love to see what you have to say about it. I get it wasn't for everyone. It's a big swing. For me, it worked, but not for a lot of the.
Robert, like we were talking about Robert Pattinson earlier. He can carry that, like pretty much anything he's in,
and he's great as these multiple characters. very distinguishable.
And you know that's a fun challenge for actors because they get to be a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's the top 10 of the top 100. I felt like I like half of them, and half of them I feel like I didn't see, and maybe I should give them a watch.
And it's in your thumbnail that is representative of the list here. I find it interesting because it's like I'm curious where on the list a lot of these are.
Yeah, I don't know if someone made this and if it has anything to do with the list or if this is someone's personal, but all these movies, I'm like, yeah, I get the allure in most of those movies.
I think I can name 90% of these.
Yeah, yeah.
She next to Denzel Training Day is that
I want to say it's like for Love and Money or Love and Basketball, maybe.
Okay. The rest are easy. The rest are easy, but
Slumdog, Sean,
Super 8.
I can't tell who that guy is behind. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Let us know in the comments of wherever you're watching or listening if you agree with the top 10, what your top 10 are. We want to hear from you. Yeah.
Top 10 movies from the 2000 of the naughties.
I can tell you, I feel like my top 10 probably would not hit any of them. Like they're just ridiculous comedies. But like you said, there's such a wealth of movies. It's hard.
I think it's one of those you really got to go back and look. Because there's going to be some of those you're like, oh shit, that's right. This came out this year.
It's funny. Apparently there's like someone on Instagram or not Instagram, fucking TikTok who can like tell you like, if your boyfriend, like this is their favorite director, your significant other, their favorite director, it's this and that. And Sarah asked me, I'm like, I honestly don't know who my favorite director is. Like I have some that came and went, some that I feel like were good at one point and kind of went downhill. I can't name my favorite directors, honestly.
I don't like those very
I disagree with
finalistic. When someone says,
100%.
Your all-time favorite movie, your all-time favorite song, your all-time, I'm like, no, I like it depends on
they're always evolving.
Yeah.
That's like I was listening to Ike Barinholtz was on a podcast talking about getting to work opposite of Scorsese, and like he did a whole day of work next to him, and he's like, oh yeah, blah 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 is one of your favorite this type of movie, and Scorsese's like, actually I've changed it, it's always changing, it's this movie and it's like, it's Scorsese. I know it's controversial because he looks at cinema different than a lot of people, but the fact that this man is willing to say his taste change, I mean, whose doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I don't think it's fair to pigeonhole anyone's taste into one thing. Not to say some people can. Like, all right, then they can. Good for you. But no, I don't think there's ever a defined. It's always fun to look at lists like these, but they're never defined. You know,
exactly.
I remember when the college poster days were more popular, and AMC had that poster that was the 100 greatest American movies of all time,
like the AFI's top,
yeah.
And it's like what, really these?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know about that, but it's always an evolving thing. I think this particular frame of time though is really
a 25-year gap.
Yeah, because it's so many of these films are influenced by the last, freaking 100 years of filmmaking. So it's you can include a lot of non-novel ideas only because they've had such an original take on how they've shown them to you. So,
agreed. Barack Obama and Larry David are teaming up on a sketch comedy series for HBO. It will focus on American history and will feature cast members of Curb Your Enthusiasm and other note-wild guest stars. The logline is President and Mrs. Obama wanted to honor America's 250th anniversary and celebrate the unique history of our nation on this special occasion. But then Larry David called. So not giving us much, but I'm intrigued. That's quite the combo.
The Obamas have an interesting track record of backing some solid flicks. What was the name of that? Where the family goes on vacation.
There's a slew, man.
The Ethan Hawke.
The one from Sam Esmail.
Yes, that was great. And then if Larry David's attached, you're going to get some laughs in there. So I'm curious is this going to be like in the vein of drunk history, kind of
well,
telling you stories,
it says sketch, but it's like,
right.
I feel like, is it going to be more as like Herb was, where it was like scripted but not scripted?
Right.
But that's not sketch.
We'll just have the facts and we'll have the actors deliver
figure it out as we go.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. I'm intrigued. I'll check it out.
Right?
That sounds like a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Max, they finally have greenlit the Big Bang Theory spinoff, Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. It'll star reoccurring Big Bang Theory guest stars Kevin Sussman, Lauren Lapkus, Brian Posehn, and John Ross Bowie. It's set in the future after the events of the Big Bang Theory. In it, the comic book store owner, Stuart Bloom, is tasked with restoring reality after he breaks a device built by Sheldon and Leonard, accidentally bringing about a multiverse Armageddon. Stuart's aided in this quest by his girlfriend, Denise, geologist friend Bert, and quantum physics all-around pain-in-the-ass Barry Kripke. Along the way, they meet alternate universe versions of characters we've come to know and love from the Big Bang Theory. As the title implies, things don't go well. I don't know. They've been kicking this around for a bit. And Zach Penn, the guy who wrote the Avengers movies, and I want to say some of the Thor movies, he's writing it. And I guess it's going to be more CG driven and kind of not based in reality. I don't know.
I don't know about this one. It's like, who asked for this? I mean, I hate to say, good on the cast. I'm glad,
sure.
They're all very talented people that deserve whatever shots they can, they can get.
Yeah.
I don't know how intriguing this sounds to me. I might.
It just sounds like a cat. Everyone's over these multiverse things. I would be more intrigued just watching these guys running a comic book store or hanging out at a comic book store. Not, oh wow, we got to save the world and all these multiverse bullshit. It's like, come on.
Right, let's now this is wild. This might be crazy. Let's just take this cast that we know works well together, give them
something
new characters,
what?
A new story, something that we haven't seen or isn't connected to something else already, and just let the good performers do their thing.
You're
I don't know.
Crazy.
It's wild. I know.
No
I know. It's nuts.
Out of control here. You're insane, man.
Oh. The number of times I've seen Brian Posehn is kind of hilarious, though.
Ran
into him grocery shopping multiple times, and then when we were at Comic-Con,
you always kind of see him walk in the back area.
Holy shit! It's like, and I ran into him again. What is
right?
There's 1,000 people here, and
thousands. But you gotta love. I just seen him last year, just with headphones in, sprinting to his destination, so nobody stops him.
There's nothing on. They're not even plugged in.
Yeah, it's just props. Oh man. Well, sticking with TV, let's talk about something that is original, Dennis. Greg Berlanti and Leonardo DiCaprio are joining forces to create a live-action Captain Planet series over at Netflix. I don't know why.
Original.
Yeah.
I mean, we grew up in that generation. Captain Planet was awesome.
It's a good show.
Some gnarly subject matter that they covered in there. I'm curious how it's going to play now.
Right.
You already know what some people are going to say about it right out the gate. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. It's fucking Captain Planet. So shut the fuck up.
But it's Greg Berlanti. He created the Arrowverse. That was kind of dark and menacing, but he also created Riverdale, which was a little weird and CW. Well,
did weird shit too, right? Didn't they have crazy supernatural shit or something happen?
But then you also have Leonardo DiCaprio, someone who is all about saving the universe and nature. So it's what's the balance they're going for?
As long as he's not Captain Planet, I'm cool with it.
Oh, I don't know. That could be interesting, seeing him back on a TV show. Maybe he's Boner all grown up as Captain Planet.
Wedged himself into the suit. It's got, but it's clearly like a muscle suit,
right? But when my mind goes to this, I'm like, because they've been kicking around for years saying they're going to do a movie. We might even have reported that a couple of years ago. But I always think about that Funny or Die series where Don Cheadle was Captain America just doing dumb shit. That is what we need. That's what I would watch.
Oh, like an adult focused version of it. That'd be hilarious. It'd it'd be interesting trying to figure out the balance of these are supposed to be like teenagers running the team here, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, like what it is a beloved franchise. So
although it's like, how many kids really know? I mean, that's going to be for people like us and older than us. I feel like the younger generation has no fucking clue. And it's like, do they really care about the universe and the world?
How do you get them on board?
I don't know.
Right. Like,
yeah.
But
if the hook's good enough.
Right. There's been a few other things that have been getting a lot of random attention. I don't know. Throw Henry Cavill in there since he's not Supermaning. We know he can fly around.
He's not doing that Netflix series anymore that they replaced him on.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, The Witcher.
Yeah.
It's not doing The Witcher.
And
hey, let the man focus on 40K. I want to see some Warhammer on the big screen. So
hey, eventually it'll get there. I think.
Eventually, yeah.
Hopefully. But sticking in the realm of TV series and Netflix, Westworld executive producer Roberto Pinto and Halo executive producer David Winner are creating, showrunning, and executive producing an Assassin's Creed series. I don't know. I saw the movie with Fassbender, didn't care for it. Never really played the game, but I feel like with a series, you could go to all these different time periods like this show, and like the game does.
Exactly. You could expand on the story and really draw out the characters that are the fan favorites. It's funny. It's like you have these people who have backgrounds in shows that started off with a strong base based on the franchise they were coming from, and then they would all drop off. Every one of those things. Like, so I don't know.
Or you have them where they start off just following and then they go their own directions. Like perfect example. Twisted Metal, we both love. It's like, how do you make a show out of that? First season, nothing to do with the game. Next season, kind of a hybrid game and the previous season put together in a beautiful way.
Finally getting introduced to Calypso. I am so excited for that. But yeah, in this instance, I think getting more time to tell the story will help. But it's God damn it, you better like make it feel like we're in that world, and it's really two worlds in one at any given time. So striking that balance, it's going to be a challenge. So we'll have to see how that goes. Clearly, video games have been doing better as a series lately, rather than trying to do the movies. Although I say that, but the new fucking
movies
Mario
are doing good too.
They are doing good too. Legend of Zelda around the corner in a few years, but still excited for that.
Right.
I don't know. And intrigued. I think there's other titles that probably could have benefited more to this treatment, but
probably
Assassin's Creed makes sense though.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
All right. Well, speaking of spin-offs and whatnot, it sounds like James Gunn is considering TV spin-offs for both Skylar Gizondo's Jimmy Olsen and Edie Gaeththe's Mr. Terrific. I know you haven't seen the movie yet, and I'm going to be reviewing it later on. But I'd be intrigued to see where both these characters are going. They're very distinguished characters. And James Gunn did well with Peacemaker.
Yes.
Taking a character who was a piece of shit and making us love him and become addicted.
I love, I've been seeing a lot of the memes and a lot of the jokes online about this version of Jimmy Olsen. People are loving him all over again, just like Ned from the recent Spider-Man.
Yep.
Films,
well, it's funny.
So
one of my favorite parts of the movie is it's that homeboy Skylar Gisondo. You've seen him in a million things. He's kind of this kind of goofy regular guy, but all these hot ladies love him, and like he's kind of this smooth talker. And there's just it's like, what am I missing the sex appeal here? And then there's a scene later in the movie where Lois Lane's like, what is it? How do you get all these ladies? And like the movie calls that out, which kind of adds to the fun of
that's great.
What's going on? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So time will tell what James Gunn wants to do.
Well,
but
I mean,
I think we'll
we're getting dangerously close to the thing they claimed they weren't going to do. So we'll have to see.
It's one thing. Well, James Gunn has been doing that flip-flopping and saying one thing in one conference, other thing in another junket, and one thing on Twitter. Who knows?
It's a wild man shooting from the hip.
Possible movie news? Saturday night, while performing her Hit Me Hard and Soft tour in Manchester, Billie Eilish said the following to her audience. So you may have noticed there's more cameras than usual up here. Basically, I can't say much about it, but what I can say is I'm working on something very, very special with somebody named James Cameron, and it's going to be in 3D. So it sounds like we're probably going to get a Billie Eilish concert movie in 3D directed by James Cameron. Never had that on my bingo card.
Whenever you see or hear about James Cameron doing something like this, there's either some new piece of technology that he's working on, or some new technique. There's going to be it has to be more than just a 3D concert.
Yeah,
with like the execution or something. Like there's something else built in there, which those are fun. Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of those before in theaters, and it's a fun time. But yeah, if James Cameron's going out of his way to do this, especially with a talent like Billie Eilish, then it's going to be unique, whatever it is. So
that's for sure.
That could be a fun time. That could be a fun time.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, Sean Levy is ready to reboot his hit franchise Night at the Museum. Specifics on the plot are under wraps, but it is believed to be a new story set at the museum with all new characters. Sean Levy and Dan Levine are producing, and I am not okay with this. Executive producer Tripper Clancy is writing the script. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Ben Stiller trilogy, and I didn't see the Disney Plus animated one, but do you think we need a new Night at the Museum?
I don't really get why I feel like it's not that old. It has been like 20 years since the first one, but still, like, it works. Last time I saw it was still entertaining. Although I do think it's kind of funny. Remy Malek's going to come up like 3 times in this episode without us like trying to do that.
I mean, he does that. That's the Malek effect.
But yeah, no, it's I guess I don't know. I'm with you, man. I don't see the need to like revamp this one.
I mean, I guess when you think about it, it is almost 20 years old, but it's still relevant. It's still fresh. What new aspects can you bring to this? I don't know.
You know what other Ben Stiller movie that's almost 20 years old that I think not only would never get made again, but is still stands up just fine is fucking Tropic Thunder. Yeah. Like, these things aren't old enough for us to like forget that they exist or that are inaccessible. There's a bunch of them that they're still right there on the same streaming service. So yeah, I would just
I mean,
have some more faith in some newer ideas. That's all. Like, the good ones stick, and I don't know.
So we'll see on that aspect, I guess. All right, now we're moving over to some other spookier news. It seems like Heart Eyes and Barbarian producers are developing a new Amityville movie. However, this is supposed to be a radical new spin on the famed haunted house story for a new generation. I feel like we've heard that before.
Right.
Instead of being a rehash of the previous IP, this one will be based upon the real life paranormal story that's behind all those fake movies, with the film offering a fresh look at the notorious Amityville house itself. I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of gargly gook. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's like you can watch documentaries and shit about the real family right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more can be offered. It's that this time the house isn't haunted. The family is haunted and terrorizes the house. I just want to see this house like trying to.
It's Monster House, but in fucking real life.
It can't run away.
Yeah.
Get away from me, you haunted humans.
Oh man. It's like how many countless Amityville movies have we gotten that gone straight to DVD? Like,
dude, there's like at least a dozen. I mean, like, that's not even an exaggeration. The original like run of the series, I think, had like 5 or 6, and then there's I don't know, and then the original story was remade a bunch of times too. So there's other horror out there, folks. Come on.
True.
Or just
original horror has been fantastic lately.
Yes, it has.
Why give up on that? Well, speaking of good old-fashioned sequels, Dennis, Chris Pratt will be returning to voice Garfield in a sequel to 2024's The Garfield Movie, a movie I completely felt like I wanted to just kill myself while watching because it was so bad and all over the place. But I looked at the box office. It quadrupled its budget Well, it was in the theater, so I guess that's a hit.
I mean, yeah, technically, I guess technically, whether, yeah.
And the way they announced this was Chris Pratt was in a hotel room and someone delivered a pizza, and on it was written like Garfield 2, and he's like, "Who ordered this?" And it's like, exactly, who's asking for Garfield the movie 2?
Who the
fuck you? Nobody's asking for this.
Nobody. Chris, stop voicing everything. Stop what's that running this meme I saw that was great about Pedro Pascal? It was the clip from the Fantastic Four trailer. Oh, yeah, with Galactus and
coming in.
We've heard his demands, but we can't meet them. And it's like, what was his demand? That I stop signing on for every single movie that I'm on.
Right.
And I'm like, well, except Pedro's actually got a wider range.
He's doing different things and stretching different muscles.
Exactly. And it's entertaining. It's not doing the exact, like, barely changing your voice and now all of a sudden you're a cat, a fucking Italian plumber, or whatever the fuck he's going to be next. Over it.
Hey, don't forget the Lego movie star.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
That I loved. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed that.
One day I'll get through it maybe, but
it's not for everyone, I suppose.
Every time. Well, that's not like I've genuinely given it chances.
Trust me, that was me and Sonic, and then I got through Sonic and I've respected it.
See?
But I also had that same effect with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So,
see, there you go. That's funny, huh? The sleep barrier, something enchanting about it.
And it was always the same exact points in the story where I would just lose consciousness. I'm like, fuck this.
Like I could have drank a pot of coffee. Same thing is going to happen every time.
Pretty much.
What the fuck is with this?
Yeah, your camera's all over the place.
So,
something that kind of blew my mind a little bit here, Dennis.
What's that?
Illumination Studios and Mattel are developing the first ever animated theatrical Barbie movie. I don't understand why we have a smash hit Barbie film, but now let's go and make an animated one? Why?
What is...
Huh.
And it's like there's a shortage of animated Barbie movies because there's a shitload of straight to video.
Oh yeah,
animated Barbie movies. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we're just gonna keep throwing.
I'm sure it will be good because Illumination kind of knocks all their movies out of the park, but it's just kind of confusing. We're getting the Batman paradox where we have Pattinson and someone else's Batman. Now we'll have Margot Robbie and whoever voices fucking Barbie.
Which, there's no hinting or word yet of like they're not going to try to continue the live action Barbie films, right? Or I feel like
there's been talks that now she's considering it, even though she was adamant that it was a one and done. And then there's talks about doing a Ken movie. Then there's talks about maybe I think last I heard Sydney Sweeney was talking about, I have a way that we could do a sequel and Margot wouldn't have to come back if she didn't want to. And it's like, we can live in a world where one is good enough, folks.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Totally fine. You made one great movie. Let it be a great movie. Move on to the next thing. It's totally fine.
Agreed. Well, we'll see if that when that comes out, how it turns out, if it's better, if it's equal, who knows. Sticking with Illumination Studios, Nintendo Everything has reported that they found a new copywriting filing for something simply listed as Untitled Donkey Kong Project Motion Picture. So it looks like Seth Rogen might be bringing Donkey Kong to life in his very own feature film, which I feel like we knew that had to come soon.
Eventually, yeah, right. Like it's one of those things. It's like it kind of just made sense. Especially, I feel like he's got a good fan base that he didn't get that. He wasn't in that much of the movie, even though he was kind of like a critical part of it.
But you're not going to put him in the movie specifically and then never see him again, or just have him be a tertiary character.
Yeah. Really, I'm waiting on a Luigi's Mansion movie, but we'll get there.
They teased that when Luigi was off on his own. He saw that haunted house. It's like, why don't we have it? Come on.
That's the movie I want to see. Get out of here, Mario. Like, go do
I'm sorry. I love the fact that Princess Peach got to be a badass in it and Mario was learning the ways of Mario, but Charlie Day had nothing to do in that movie. He came and went. My favorite character just fucking disappeared. Fuck you. All right. Well, staying in the realm of Nintendo, it looks like up-and-comers Bo Braggerson and Benjamin Evan Answorth have been cast as Zelda and Link in Nintendo and Sony's live-action Legend of Zelda movie. Braggerson recently starred in a Hulu series called The Jetty, and Answorth stars in a Canadian sitcom called Son of a Glitch. Now, I don't really know these two, although I realize this cat who's cast as Link, I recently saw in a movie 2-3 weeks ago starring Bryan Cranston called Everything's Gonna Be Okay, and I'm like, he was an interesting character. He was main star, but I was never like, that guy should be Link. But I'm intrigued, and I don't know I don't know the woman, but it makes sense. Get up and comers, get them cheap, sign them for a long deal, and we're not judging them for other things. I don't know. How do you feel about these unknowns, essentially?
I'm here for it. I think that's it. It plays to the longevity of if they try to do more films with them, start with the cast younger so that way they can age into the characters, because let's be honest, we never see them get that old. So even if they are like 200 years old, they're never going to look a day over 20 at the oldest we ever seen them. I don't know. I'm cool with it. If anything, my main concern is how are we telling the story, because the only time we've ever heard Link speak was a really, really terrible animated series, and I don't think he's ever spoken again. Maybe there was one game he might have that looked like that same animation style, but I think that
you could make an effective movie with the main character who doesn't speak. It's possible. You just got to really, really craft it well. And I feel like a lot of fans, everyone I've talked to has had that same issue. They're like, I don't want to hear Link talk, but it's like, just let it go. It's a fucking movie. But it's like, no, if you want to keep your fan base happy, do it right.
Yeah, and there's definitely ways around it too. Make it a running gag. Like he could start to speak and he's constantly getting interrupted. Like don't do the joke too many times, but you have because even in the games, even in the dialogue in games, when people are talking at Link, you kind of get the impression in some of them that he's responded. We're just not hearing the words being spoken. Because they're talking, and it's like I don't know. I know I'm overthinking it, but it's like it's a beloved franchise.
What we gotta have faith in is the fact that Nintendo hasn't let any of their IP been made after the 90s fucking Mario Brothers movie, so they have a heavy hand in what's happening. I don't think that they would throw their inhibitions out the window. I think we gotta trust.
They have a pretty strictly high standard with pretty much everything they put out, so. I don't blame them. Even the commercials I've worked on with their namesake on them, they have very, very strict about what's on screen. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. Here's hoping. Here's hoping it's a good one.
All right. Well, Will Ferrell and Ryan Gosling are set to star in an Amazon action comedy movie called Tough Guys. It's about two henchmen who are tired of being disposable and break free from the criminal underworld, rewriting the rules as they build a new life on their own terms. Why not? I love both these guys. They're funny. Seeing these two guys.
Right. They've got the comedy chops together. Like we've seen them do action and comedy and varying levels mixed together. So I think that's just going to be really funny casting, putting them together.
Right. And then seeing who else they like sprinkle in that world with them. Who's their boss before they were henchmen? Who's their opponents?
Oh my God. Yeah. Right.
So many avenues you can take it.
You can see Bryan Cranston yelling at them, telling him what to do. Finally,
I can see that.
Just had enough of his bullshit. I want to know why they're selling knives. Like, I love that this is the image.
I don't know. This is just like I typed in for those of you who are listening. I have a still here of Ryan Gosling and Will Ferrell wearing knife guy shirts, and they're selling knives. I just Googled Ryan Gosling, Will Ferrell, and apparently they were on Jimmy Kimmel doing a sketch or something at one point.
I could see. Okay,
I don't know.
Okay. It already looks like I'm watching the movie. I'm in it.
Right? I could buy it. Maybe they become knife salesmen.
Right. They have some kind of income.
You can't bank a lot being a henchman, probably.
Cutco.
All right. Well, up next, it looks like Wicked director David. Yeah, sorry, did I say David? Wicked director John M. Chu is getting behind the wheel to direct Mattel and Warner Brothers Pictures' up-and-coming Hot Wheels movie. I don't understand. This guy has done a lot of different movies. I think he did Step Up. He did one of the fucking G.I. Joe movies. He did In the Heights, killing it with the Wicked movies, and now he's going to go and do a Hot Wheels movie. I'm intrigued, but
I mean, Hot Wheels is one of those weird properties where they've done well in like video games and animated series, and it's like they can kind of just jam a story in wherever and kind of make it work, because it's at the end of the day, it's the user-based imagination sort of play there with the toys anyways. And then it's one of those Hot Wheels have just never gone away. They've never not been popular. So
they're the simplest thing.
Yeah, there's adult collectors that are super serious about them. So I don't know. It's that pattern I'm hearing from this director is more like high energy storytelling, or things that have some flash, things that have some big.
And that's what's kind of cool. It's not like he's pigeonholing himself in one area. He's actually doing different things and going out on ledges.
The director of The Thicket said that when I interviewed him on the red carpet for that. He could just be one of those guys. Once I've done this style of storytelling in this genre,
move on.
I never want to come back. Like I'm doing the next thing. Then I do the next thing. Maybe he'll circle back around at some point because he's done a couple musicals, but very different musicals. So
nice.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know.
Sure.
It's one of those, like, I wondered what the fuck a Barbie movie was going to be. And
exactly.
That was absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to say Hot Wheels is going to suck.
It's not time to write it off. Wait till we see a trailer. Give it a shot. See what happens. All right. Well, Joe Esterhaus is best known for writing Basic Instinct, and he's currently writing a reboot of the erotic thriller. And the 80-year-old writer described the reboot as a wild and orgasmic ride. What the fuck is going on here? Why is there an 80-year-old man writing a wild and orgasmic ride film?
It's wild. Jizzing all over the place. In case you missed it in the theme song, folks, we do joke about orgasms, so get ready.
That's true.
I don't know. Why not just go back and watch the original one?
Right.
But, you just can't stand Wayne Knight. What's your problem?
Right. Get out of your fat phobia problems, folks.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't they do?
I thought they might have done a show or a
series.
Sequel.
Yeah, wasn't there a series? Or am I not?
I know there was a Cruel Intentions. Let's say Basic Instinct.
That's probably what
they made a sequel back in 2006, starring Sharon Stone. Okay, all right. So
oh my god!
But did they do a series?
Yeah,
I'm not seeing a series.
It's probably the other was it Cruel Intentions or think.
Yeah, I know they did one of those. I think. So, we'll see if that actually happens.
Wow. Well, whatever makes an 80-year-old orgasmic, I suppose.
Yeah, man. He had more to say, but it just got out. He said, I think it was like he was saying, I may be 80, but in my head, I'm a 26-year-old little fucking little Joey. And I'm like, are you talking about your penis? I don't know what you're talking about, guy. Come on. Fucking grow up. I don't know.
Just wait till you see me stand up and get all feisty.
I don't remember that time I had her show her cooch on camera. We'll have a lot of that going on.
I made that happen.
It was in the script. A hardcore script I wrote. This next set of news might upset some fans, might make some fans happy, but it looks like Taika Waititi and Drew Pearce are shopping around a new Judge Dredd movie. Not too many details are known about it just yet, besides the fact that it will be a little more comedic like the original film, opposed to the last incarnation of the property. I don't know.
The last one was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that film quite a bit.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, the comics don't have a lot of comedy in them. There might be some humor, right? But it's dark and it's heavy and it's bloody and it's brutal.
And I mean, like we said a couple of episodes ago, there was rumors that a TV series with fucking
Carl Urban,
was going to happen, But of course, that could have been just a rumor. And just because they're shopping this around doesn't mean it will actually happen. But
true.
I don't know. How many movies have we talked about Taika Waititi doing that have just disappeared?
He's probably forgotten. Oh, wait, I said what? Oh, shit. Okay, well, right. I guess we could make that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm also with the stop listening to me phone. The last one was, it hasn't been that long. The last one is not even that
2009,
old.
2012, something in that zone.
Yeah.
So within 15, 20 years.
Yeah. It's one I just, come on.
Just relax.
Fans want to see. I'm curious, but I'm kind of not at the same. I'm just like, you know what? All right. I guess we'll see what it is when it happens.
True. If it happens, we'll be there to find out. I guess.
So many other comic book properties that I think deserve a look on the big screen that haven't had a chance yet. The Nevermen. Look it up, folks. It would be an awesome, weird film noir detective story, but with like octopus men and cyborgs and zombie themed villains. It's great.
Interesting.
Great
stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that is gonna do it for our news.
It's the Movie Toasty Show.